everyone, we are back to the next Shop My Stash with Me video for the month of November. So we are gonna go ahead, go through my makeup collection and make all of our selections for this month. So as always, I have my 4 little containers here for each week, and I do have a couple items that I am gonna be carrying over from the last Shop My Stash because I'm so close to finishing them up. And especially since we're getting closer to the end of the year, I want to use up as many things as I can before we hit the end of 2025. All right, so the first 2 primers that we are going to carry over, this one is the Clean Color Bedazzled, so we'll put that one in 1 week. And then we also have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer Mini, that one we'll put in the 2nd week. And then for the last 2 ones, I've got several different ones to choose from. I think I recently recycled everything, so I've got a bunch of options in here. But like I was saying, I'm kind of wanting to use up as many things as possible. So I think we might go for, I think we're gonna go for these 2. Actually, I think this one might have a little less in there, so we're gonna go for these 2. This one is the Cover FX Mattifying Primer, little mini one, so we'll do that one. And then I also have the Ulta Beauty Poreless Face Primer, once again a mini, so that will be for the 4th week. All right, so moving on to foundation, similar thing. I do have a couple things I'm going to carry over. So the first one, I don't even know if these will even actually get me through the first week. So if I do completely like 100% finish these up, I will do a substitution midweek, but we are going to throw in the Makeup Forever HD Ultra Foundation little minis. This one's pretty much almost gone, but this one does have just a little bit left in it that I can scrape out. So we'll make that one the first week. And then once again, I have the CoverGirl Clean Matte Liquid Foundation. I really just need to like scrape the inside of it. So once again, we'll put that for week 2. And if I do finish that one up midweek, we will make some more sub-ins. So for the remaining 2 weeks, let me pull in my foundation options in here. All right, you honestly kind of can't really see everything so far, but like I mentioned in my last shop with me, I'm not going to be breaking into any of these unopened ones yet, so those are all going to be eliminated. And then all of these are relatively new, so I also think I'm going to eliminate all of these because I want to just, you know, the name of the game is using up things and using up old things, so we're going to just put this one aside, and we're really just going to kind of focus on these 2. So I think this one could be a good option because once again, I think this is one that really doesn't have very much left in it, and this is so old. This one is from a makeup company that doesn't even exist anymore. This is the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation. So that one we'll put in the 3rd week. And for the 4th week, let's go ahead and do one of these. I don't think I really like this one, but this one is the AOA Studio Satin Drops Foundation. This is one I feel like is way too thick to be like in a dropper bottle, but we are gonna do that one for the final week. All right, moving on to concealers. Let's see what we've got in here. So to be completely honest, I don't really feel like I have many in here that I'm like close to finishing up. So I think we're just kind of gonna go with guts on this one. So let's go ahead and do the AOA Studio Concealer for the first week. Then let's do the Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito for week 2. Then let's do the SheGlam Concealer. I don't know what this one's called. This one is just in the color Cotton Candy. I don't remember which concealer that one is. And let's go ahead and do the Hard Candy Glamouflage one for the 4th week. All right, next up we have some powders. Looks like we don't have too many options since I am kind of getting down to the bottom of these. So I think for the first week, this one I actually had in a drawer and I completely forgot about it. So I pulled that one out and added it to the rotation. So we've got the Beauty Creations Barbie powder. We'll do that for the first week. This one is another SheGlam one. This is the Insta Ready Face and Under Eye Setting Powder. This one's actually a duo. So it's like a powder on the bottom and then like a setting powder, like a pressed powder on the top here. This one though, I think let's put that one in the 3rd week because these are both kind of like pinky powders. I want to kind of like space them out a little bit. Next up, I do have another SheGlam one. This is technically like a powder foundation, but I don't ever use like powder foundations like that. So this one we're just going to use as like a pressed powder. And this one is the Skin Focus High Coverage Powder Foundation. So we're going to go for the 2nd week for that one. This one is actually like not a real face powder. It's like one of those little like meteorite dupes. So I don't think I'm going to use that one. I think I might, maybe I'll move that to my blush drawer or something someday. And then this one, what is this one? Is this one? It says it's the Lit and Luminous Baked Highlighter. I think I have this one in the wrong drawer. Oh yeah, that is for sure a highlighter. So we're gonna move that one to the highlighter drawer. So you guys know what that means. Since I have now cycled through all of my face powders, that means I get to put all of these ones that I've already used back into the rotation for next time. So I do need to pick one for the final week. And let's go ahead and do the AOA Studio Perfect Setting Powder. Why, you ask? Really just because it's the smallest one. So we're gonna go with that one, and I haven't used it in a bit. So all of these get to go back into the rotation now. So moving on to brows, you can see I don't really have a whole lot of products here. So most of them I've already kind of gone through and I haven't rotated them yet, but we do have a couple we got to use. But I did end up buying a new one. This one I got from Ulta. They like had it on sale. I think this is on their way out of Ulta. It's the Win Beauty by Serena. And this one is the Taking Shape Brow Pencil in the color Blonde. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that one for this one. Now, yes, I'm not supposed to be like buying a whole lot of new makeup, but I really don't have that many brow products, so I did allow myself a little bit of room on that one. Then I have the Brow Tweeze by Physicians Formula. That one will do for week 2. This one I really don't like. I do use it in a different way though, but this one is the SheGlam Genius Brow Stamp, so we're gonna do that one for this week. And this one's actually just a freckle pin. It's not a real brow product, but I have tried to like use this as like a brow like tint in the past, so I think I'm gonna try it again for my brows and we'll see how that works. So we'll put that one there. All right, so moving on to a blush. Once again, I found a whole bunch of products I had sitting in a drawer, so I pulled all those out and put them back into my main rotation. So I definitely have a few I have not used in a while. So one of them that's kind of like sticking out to me is this SheGlam Crimson Butterfly blush. It's called the Bloodline Color Changing Blush. It kind of like has changed color a little bit. It used to like be like black, but it changes color in your skin. So I think I want to try that one again. I should have done that in October. What a missed opportunity, but we'll put that one for this week. I have a lot more options I can go with. So I think for this next one, let's do the Beauty Creations Born to Lead Cheek Trio. So this one is a cream blush, a powder blush, and a highlighter. So we'll just skip the highlighter for this week and we'll just make that one the all-in package for that. I do kind of want to prioritize like my cream blushes over powder blushes though, because creams do tend to like dry up sooner. So I think for the next one, let's go ahead and do, this one was from SheGlam from the Marilyn Monroe collection. This one is called Hollywood. So this one is a little bit more of like a reddy kind of blush, but I think if you blend it in, like it really isn't that noticeable. So let's go ahead and do that one. And I feel like these haven't really gotten much use in a while. So these are the AOA Studio I Heart Dew Blush Drops. This one's in the color Cutie Pie. So let's go ahead and do that one. All right, for my bronzer, what should we do for this one? I think I want to do this one. I don't think I've done this one in a while. This is the AOA Studio Sculpt FX Contour Sticks. Let's do that one. Ooh, here's one hiding under here I completely forgot about. This one is another mini product. This is a K-Beauty product from Peripera, and this is the Ink Multi. This one will be a good one to use because there's not a whole lot in here, so we'll start working on trying to use that one up. Again, I do kind of want to like prioritize the liquids, so let's go ahead and do the e.l.f. bronzer and contour in the color Fair for the 3rd week. And then we can do the SheGlam Sun Sculpt Liquid Bronzer in the color Soft Tan for the 4th week. Okay, so for the highlighters, I think I've already kind of recycled a lot of the creams, but I do think I still have maybe just a couple left. So I do want to go ahead and try to use this one again. This is another SheGlam one. This was from the Bubble Bath Dreams collection, and they call it the Lucky Duck 3D Highlighter. So let's do that one. Let's do it this week. Then I also have this e.l.f. Glow Highlighter in the color Moonlight. We'll do that for this one. This one already has that powder highlighter, so we're good there. And then I do have another stick one. I feel like I used this one not too long ago, but again, I do really want to like prioritize the creams. So we're gonna do this one again. This one is $19.99. I guess that's the brand name. Or it says Retaliation Beauty Ink. Okay, either way, I don't know. But it's a cream highlighter stick. So we're going to go ahead and do that one. And it's in the color Miel. All right, next up we have eyeshadow primers. You guys know I don't really have too many of these, which is a good thing. But I did actually end up getting 2 new ones to try out because I was just like really struggling with some of these. So I do have 2 new ones that we're going to throw in the mix. This first one is the Morphe Solo Artist Priming Cream Eyeshadow in the color Airplay. This one is kind of like a MAC paint pot. So we're going to go ahead and do that one for the first week. Then we have the Essence Prime Like a Pro eyeshadow base. This is another new one that I got, super inexpensive. So I just wanted to like try something different. And then let's see, we haven't done this one in a bit. This one is the Luscious Angel one. Still trying to use this one up. And then for the last one, let's go ahead and go for the Too Faced Shadow Insurance because it is the smallest. So that will be in the 4th week. So next up for the eyeshadows, I didn't really have much of an idea for what I wanted to do for this month, but I am a little embarrassed to admit I do have a lot of palettes that I have had sitting aside for almost a year at this point. I didn't want to like use them till I hauled them, and I just never ended up hauling them. So I'm just gonna kind of get over that. And so these are all brand new eyeshadow palettes I've never used that I've like had for almost a year now at this point. So we're gonna just pick some items from this one. So I do have several eyeshadow palettes here, and I know you're probably like, girl, what the hell? I know. So these are all things that I got like on sale from Ulta, and I think that I got them like around like Black Friday of last year. Oh my god, I know. So some of these are like smaller palettes and some of them are larger ones. So I have the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette. I have 3 of the Ulta palettes. I have the Blushing Blooms. That one looks like that. I have the Stormy Skies. This one looks really pretty. I kind of want to do that one. And then I also have the Everyday Faves, which looks like that. Then I also have the ColourPop So Elemental. Like I said, these were like on clearance and really inexpensive, and I just can't help myself when it comes to a good deal. I don't know if I want to do like an all blue palette, so I think I'm going to eliminate that one. I also have Sage the Day. This one's really pretty. This one kind of reminds me of the, what is it, like one of the Star Wars Mandalorian ones. That one's pretty though because you can kind of go a little bit more natural with it, but it's got the fun greens and stuff, so maybe we'll do that one. I also have the Morphe Party Crasher. Oh yeah, I definitely want to do this one. This one looks really, really cool. So let's go ahead and pick this one for, oh, and you can apply these ones wet. That's neat. Okay, cool. Let's do that one for the first week. Why not? I also have a ColourPop Cloud 9 palette. See, this one I feel like I could do. This one is more like a blue, but it's got like some of the browns and like cool tone grays in there too. Let's do that one for the last week. I also have a Beauty Creations palette. This one is the My Little Pony one. This one does have face products in it though, so I think I might save that one for another time. And then I also have the Corpse Bride one. I think they actually just brought this one back, so if you missed it last time, you can get it again. Once again, I think it kind of has like face products, so maybe I'll put that one aside too. So that leaves me really with these. I kind of don't necessarily want to do a giant palette again, even though this one's like so pretty. Let me just like show it off real quick. This is gonna have to like serve as my haul video for these. So this one, oh no, it's a little messy in here. Uh-oh. I think one of the shadows might have like crumbled a little bit. It might have been this one. This one is really pretty though, but I just don't think I want to do another giant palette again. So let's save this one for another time. All right, so that leaves us with these 4 palettes. I definitely really want to do this one. So let's go ahead and put that one for the second week. And then should I do this one? I think I should do this one because it's a smaller palette and I've already kind of got like that one covered. So yeah, that feels good to me. I think that's some good diverse options. All right, next up I have kind of like my little cream shadows. Now the first 2 I have here are another case of I bought it and then I never hauled it, and then I just like kept telling myself I was gonna haul it, never did. So we're gonna just do it now. These are some liquid shadows I got, I think around the beginning of the year, honestly, because I think these are like Chinese New Year inspired. So these are from Ioni. I think I got them from the Dollar Tree. So the first one I have here is called Loyal Gold. Let me go ahead and open it. And then the other one I have here is called Curiosity Gray. All right, so these are the 2 colors. Let's see what palette do I think these would like best be suited. I'm kind of thinking this one would probably work well with this palette. Let's see. Oh yeah, that one kind of like goes right in with that. So let's do that one for this palette, and then this one, no, I don't think that one. Maybe this one. Let's see what that one looks like. Oh yeah, that one kind of goes well with that one. Okay, we're gonna put that one in this week. So let's see, this one was kind of like a bluey silvery one. So let's see if we can find a, ooh, that one might be pretty, right on top. Ooh, but that one's kind of pretty too. That's another kind of bluey one. Okay, so let's see, let's look at this one again. Let's look at all these. Man, honestly, these kind of like all go together. But if I was gonna pick one, kind of really like the Stila one. This one is the Little White Lies eyeshadow in the color Lilac Legend. Let's go with that one. And then for this one's kind of a little more purpley, wasn't it? Yeah, let's see what we've got for that one. That's really pretty. Ooh, that one's also really pretty. That one's also really pretty. Ooh, that one is really pretty too. This one is a glitter and glow, and this one's called Sunset Cove. I kind of think maybe that one's the winner. So we'll go with that one for the first week. All right, moving on to eyeliners. I don't really have too many, so which is also a good thing, but I do have my newest one. This one is from She Glam. It's the Meow eyeliner from the Catwoman collection, so we're gonna put that one for the first week. Then I really love this one too. This is also She Glam. This is from the Wizard of Oz collection. It's the Wicked Witch eyeliner, so let's do that one. Let's just do it for this one just because it's green, it matches even though it's a black eyeliner. Then let's do another She Glam eyeliner because I really like them. This one is the Marilyn Monroe collection ones. We'll do that one. And let's see, for the last one, I think let's do the LA Colors liquid eyeliner. I think last month I forgot completely to pick like pencil liners, so let's go ahead and try some this time. This is actually mascara, so that's in the wrong spot. This one is really kind of calling to me. It's like a really pretty like purpley kind of color. Oh no, you guys. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Yep, this one's dried up. This one's dried up. Look at how much of that eyeliner I wasted. This was a She Glam Cosmic Come Up one. I might have got this one like 2 years ago. Yep, okay. That sucks so bad. That is gonna have to go to the makeup graveyard. Dang, that would have been the perfect purple eyeliner too. So my next one, let's see if this one is still usable. This is one of the Ulta Gel eyeliners in the color Majesty. Let's, fingers crossed. Ooh, that one's good. Oh my gosh, I've had this one way longer than that one. So I think that one would be really pretty with the purples. So let's go ahead and do that one. This one, we can kind of get away with a lot of colors here. I kind of feel like a burgundy would be really pretty with like that color there. Oh my gosh, I have so many options for this one. This one was the first one that kind of stood out. It was another one of the Ulta gel eyeliners. This one's in the color Penny. Ooh, that is so pretty. Okay, let's see. Oh, that would totally work with that one. Okay, we're going for that one. All right, next up, let's see. We had a greeny one. I think for that one, this one's immediately jumping out to me. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in the color Mildew. Yes, yep, that's it. That's the one. And then for this one, once again, there's kind of like the silvery blues. So I do have a lot of really good options for this one. Oh, these are pretty. Okay, I've kind of got a lot. I don't know which one I want to choose. So I've got like this, these are all the Ulta ones. This one's a silver one. That one's really pretty. That one's called Silver Dust. Then we've got this dark one called Denim. That one's also pretty. Then there's like this gunmetal one called Clay. That's also really pretty. This one's pretty too. This one's called Indigo. It's a little bit more of like a lighter blue. Ooh, that one's pretty. I think that one's the one. So we're gonna go with Indigo for that one. For my mascara, I am going to be using the Essence Lash Princess Primer, and I'm going to be using the Floss Rise Above mascara. I do not like this mascara, but I just opened it, so we're stuck with it. But I do really like this lash primer. So these are what we're going to be using for all of the weeks, but we're just going to put it in the first week for now. So now moving on to lip products. So I do have a couple new things that I got that I want to try out. So the first one I got, this one is the birthday gift that I got from Sephora. That's really the only time I ever order anything from Sephora anymore, is just to get the birthday gift. But I want to do the Makeup by Mario one. It is a lip liner and a lip balm, I think. A lip serum. Let's go ahead and open this up. So we have the lip liner. Let's see what that one looks like. Ooh, that's a pretty color. It's a little darker than what I go for, but it's still a pretty one. That one is in the color Rich. And then this is the lip serum. Oh, it's one of those twisty ones like that. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Very glossy. I like that though. Okay. You cannot twist it down, so don't make that mistake. So we're gonna go for that one for the first week. And then I also got one of the Pillow Talk little mini duos. So this is from Charlotte Tilbury. I kind of just got like influenced because I've always heard about this color and I just like wanted to know about it like for myself. So this one is the Pillow Talk Fair. So that one, that is such a pretty color though. And then the lipstick here. Let's see what that one looks like. Ooh, those are really pretty. Okay. I'm actually kind of like those color-wise so far, so let's do that for the second week. For the other ones, okay, this one will be good. I was like moving around some makeup and I found this like lip trio, so I want to use these. This is the Willy Wonka collection from Glamlight, so this was the lip kit. I don't think this had any color names, but this one is a little bit more of like a warmer chocolatey kind of color. I think that'll be pretty for this one. Then there's the lipstick and the lip gloss for that one, so those all look nice together. So we'll do that one for that week. And I do still need a lip combo for this week, so I think let's do one of the AOA Artista lip pens in the color beige. Let's do that one for this one, and I'll find a lip color that'll go with that. Okay, so I found a few little lip options. I do want to still include like a lipstick in this one, so I went for the NYX High Voltage lipstick in the color French Kiss. This one is kind of more of like a glossy kind of balm, so this will just kind of give it a little bit more color. Oops. Then I did still want like kind of a lip glossy kind of thing for the Pillow Talk color, and I think this one would be a good option. Yeah, color is just slightly more peachy, but I still think it'll work pretty well, so we're gonna go for that one. That one's already a complete set, and I just wanted to be bougie for this one, so I pulled out my YSL lipstick. This one is in the color, I don't remember. It's number 44, so we're gonna go with that one with that lip liner, and that one's so glossy, I really don't think I need a lip gloss for it. So let's just go for those two for that one. All right, and finally we are moving on to the setting sprays. So I think I only have like 8 setting sprays. Only 8 setting sprays. I have 8 setting sprays, so I just rotated the last 4 that I just did, so that leaves us with these 4. So let's go ahead and let's do the Twilight one again. We'll put that one here. Then we'll do the Etude House Glow On. Then we can do the Pocket Bunny from Tony Moly. And then we'll do the e.l.f. Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Spray for the last week. Golly, and I just tried to remove those swatches from the eyeliners. Look at how well those are staying. Alright guys, so those are all of my selections for the month of November. I am really excited to play with a lot of these items, and I can't wait to let you guys know everything I think about them. So definitely be looking out for part 2 closer to the end of the month. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on social media. Links are below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!